Hi everyone, my name is Kristen Bailey, and I wanted to take some time to talk to you today about a growing problem in the United States and around the world, and that is the legalization of the sale of the human kidney. This is currently a highly debated subject, and it's one that involves strong moral and ethical evaluation. If you're like me, you're probably wondering how in the world it could be ethical to put a price on human life. But have you given thought to the ethics of knowing that thousands of individuals die every year because they weren't fortunate enough to receive a donated kidney after being a number on a waiting list that's thousands and thousands long? Or how about if you consider the fact that yourself or a loved one could be on this list in need of a kidney for survival? Would you then not go to any length to try to obtain a healthy kidney that would mean the difference between life and death? In addition, are you aware of the black market that currently exists for the human kidney? For those of you not aware of the term black market, it's defined by businessdictionary.com as an illegal free market which flourishes in economies where consumer goods are scarce or heavily taxed. It's been estimated that between 5 and 10% of all kidney transplantations take place through a black market. So even in a system such as ours, where it's illegal as mandated by the National Organ Transplant Act to sell a human organ, the practice still takes place. However, it's unregulated. In fact, as reported in findingdulcinea.com, a Brooklyn man was recently arrested for acting as a broker in the sale of human kidneys. This individual would buy donor kidneys for the amount of $10,000 and turn around and sell them for up to $160,000. I hardly think you could consider this to be ethical. Again, I bring up ethics. How can our government determine that it's ethical to sell embryos and sperm, or for a woman to receive payment for carrying and delivering a baby as a surrogate, yet rule that it is illegal and unethical to sell an organ? The government has gone to some effort to shorten the number of people on the waiting list for recipients of a kidney, which in 2008, this list was over 80,000 long, and that is according to uptodateforpatients.com. But even with these efforts, which according to Kidney International, have included public relations, celebrity endorsements, National Kidney Foundation efforts, as well as including into the donor pool what was once considered to be marginal kidneys of the elderly, hypertensive, and proteinuric donors. The waiting list and death rate of individuals on the list continues to grow. So, in my opinion, something really needs to be done. And to me, an obvious solution would be to eliminate this black market and legalize the sale of human kidneys through government regulation. Um, it seems that this solution would bring about several benefits for our country and our citizens. First and foremost, obviously, would be the chance at life for an individual who otherwise would likely succumb to their disease as a result of the inability to receive a donated kidney. In addition, a willing individual who is potentially in desperate need of money would have an opportunity to receive funds through the donation of their healthy kidney, donating it to someone in need. And also, as John Smith pointed out in his essay, which is on associatedcontent.com, our current state of economic crisis would also could also benefit with the addition of the legalization of the sale of the human kidney, because there would be a huge new industry created that would be the coordinating party between the donor and the recipient, and this would one, create additional jobs, and would generate additional funding for the government through the taxing of these companies. Not to mention that the legalization of the sale of the human kidney would decrease the number of patients requiring lifetime dialysis treatment, which could save money for insurance companies as well. thereby also freeing up money for kidney transplants. It doesn't seem like there could possibly be any arguments against this. However, there are, and those arguing the sale of human kidneys are saying that the poor then wouldn't have a chance for receiving a transplant since they couldn't pay for it. But if you consider, though, that with government regulation of the sale of kidneys, these poor individuals could receive transplants through Medicare and Medicaid, as is the current case, and also, as pointed out by AssociatedContent.com, even in the current state, these poor individuals and without medical insurance aren't eligible to be on any waiting list anyways. So the legalization of the sale of human kidneys wouldn't really change this. So it contradicts their argument. So as you can see, there's probably never going to be a solution that doesn't bring about some argument from some people. So I think the best solution would be to come up with a solution that pleases and helps the most amount of people. And considering that the sale of organs is already taking place without government regulation to ensure its fairness, the legalization and regulation of kidney sales could only help the current situation. And I urge you to please consider this option. And as I mentioned, think about it from the perspective of yourself or a family member being on this waiting list. Thank you very much.